Don't you wish that you could just go through life without regrets? I know I do. I have them in a number of areas of my life, and homeschooling is one of them. Like, maybe you don't really have any regrets, like especially in homeschooling, and like, wonderful. There are so many that actually live with it. Like, I wish I could undo. Like, that just sort of comes back and it hits me, and then I tend to overthink. And I just wanted to come today and share this with you, my homeschooling regrets, because I know that when I was talking with a friend and we were just going back and forth, I felt seen. I felt seen that somebody could say, hey, I get that with you. And so let's share some homeschooling regrets. Hi, and welcome to Learning Life, and thank you so much for joining me today as I'm bringing something a little bit more personal. Now, I bring videos that are crafting because I love crafts, and then I bring the parenting ones because I love to support parents, the education ones, when I get excited about something, I want to bring it, and curriculum, they're all there. Check them out. Subscribe if you haven't, and thank you so much for your likes and for your comments and for sharing with your friends. This is our Learning Life. Now, I don't regret homeschooling at all. That really was my easiest decision. Totally easy. That's what I wanted to do. And, had a very supportive husband with it. And so that was wonderful. And really, I hope that this is something that we can continue through my girls' entire school journey. That we would just be at home, that we'd be learning together. And we've had times they're like, hey, I want to be able to do this. And they've asked, can we do this the entire time? I'm like, absolutely. I would love that. But there are some things that I have said or done that sometimes really just make me stop in my tracks and then regret I ever did or said such things and overthink it a lot. And then again, some more later on. And then randomly, sometime later, we have these regrets. And so these are mine, in no particular order. And some of them feel a little embarrassing to say, but I'm going to do it because we're on this journey together, and it can help to hear that someone else might feel the same as you. I know that it really helped me hearing some of my friends going through their things too. So pushing my expectations. Why am I doing that? For me, I am driven, especially when it comes to learning. I never wanted to fail. And so, this is what we do and we go for it. And I realized even too early that I was pushing that on my girls. It's always been my heart that I want them to be them and I want them to learn in the way that is right for them. But then I found myself pushing these expectations on them, and I wasn't okay with that. And I realized that it was creating tension between us, and really not okay with that. So I've had to stop and really reevaluate. And when that feeling comes up, to go, you'll regret it if you keep pushing. Or threatening with school. This one, is actually, I feel embarrassed to say. We did have one situation with one daughter that we were just really clashing so much. And we're hey, if we can't work this out, we really might have to consider you being at school just so that we can have that break from each other. And, we gave her some time to work it through. We had some good conversations. So that was good. It wasn't so much a threatening of school, but bringing it in. But since then, when I have been tired or stressed or feeling overwhelmed, it has just come out of my mouth. And I realize I have to stop with that. Maybe one day, just due to circumstances, we might have to put them into school. And I don't want them to think that it's a punishment. School is okay. We can be there. And so I do regret in those moments when I'm just, it comes out that I threaten them with, if you don't do this, I'm putting you in school. And I have regretted being a working homeschool mom. I've worked the entire time that I've homeschooled the girls part-time. Now, yes, I have this vlog and my parenting coaching, and I really enjoy that. And actually, I don't tend to think about that as work, even though it really is, because it does take time away from the girls. But I've always had a part-time job as well. First of all, really to support us as a family. We just needed the finances. And then, later on, when I really wanted to be out, but having to wait for the person to replace me. In those moments, and I've allowed that stress of being a working mom to really hit home. And when I get stressed, I get migraines. And then I lose days with my girls. And I hate that. I really hate that. I hate that, all of a sudden something big has come up and it's a difficult situation. I've got to work through it. And I put so much time and energy into that I forget the reason, I wanted to be home, with them. Now, I know that there are some of us that we have to work, to help to support. And I get that. Like, this is not a thing. But just for me, that really like my regret in being that working mom, that I have allowed those stresses to really like affect my girls and to take time away from them that perhaps could have been avoided. So if I don't stress, I don't get migraines. Wanting my girls to be more like me. Now, I've never wanted them to be a mini me. I've never been like wanted to say, hey, look, this is my mini me. But one thing about me, I love to read. And I scratch that. I adore reading. I love to read. Like, this is my thing that I want to do. Like, if I just need some time out, like, and it's quiet. And I have wanted my girls to be readers like me because I want to have the Mummy and Me book club. I want to like share these stories with them. And again, this leads into like pushing my expectations. They're not like me. They'll get reading when they want to. If they just suddenly fall in love with it, I'll probably be over in the corner weeping with joy. But until then, like, they don't have to be like me. I want them to be them. And so I do regret when I really like just push out there. And I'm trying to be encouraging, but really like I'm not. I'm trying to push me. And that for me is not okay. And then I have really let voices confuse me. And this is one of those things where it's like, Michaela, you know that you want to homeschool. You know why you are homeschooling. You are doing a good job. Your girls are learning. They're learning the skills. They communicate well, but I let these voices get to me. I really do. And then I'm overthinking. And I'm like, am I doing the right thing? Like, should I be doing it more like that? And like, should I like change what we're doing again and again? Why am I letting these voices confuse me? Maybe I'm tired and they just sort of get in there and like they just seep in and they buzz. I really regret that I let that because, yes, again, I'm taking time like to just fully like overthink instead of coming back to, I know my whys and I know that we are doing the right thing and it is right for us and how we are doing it is right for us. So I really regret those voices and they just need to go away. Now, all of these things are challenges like to me, but I can learn from those regrets to make things better. I really can. Like, I really hope that it's going to be easy one day to stop letting those voices confuse me. That I will never have that coming out. Like, I'm going to send you to school. I need to stop expecting the girls to be more like me in learning. But like, I really feel that as long as I never regret homeschooling or that the girls regret ever being homeschooled, like I will be happy. I will keep learning. I will continue to do that. I will keep learning and seeing what's out there and researching and like trying new things. I will keep listening to the girls' interests and I will keep encouraging them to learn in a way that best suits them, not me. They will grow into women who can communicate, be creative, like can critically think, like work well with others. Like this is what I want from them. All while being able to like read, write, and do math. Okay, maybe their spelling or handwriting not be great, but you know what? As long as they are these like women that have got it, like I'm going to be okay. And what more can I ask for? So thank you for listening to like my regrets. Like, do you have any that you might be willing to share? I'm not doing it to say, oh, that's a new one. I really for me, like what are the things like that drive us? Like, how can we be supporting each other in this? Like I know in like our co-op as we talk about things, as I've done that with friends, who are also homeschooling and being like, oh, when we are talking about it and we're in those, we're in the trenches together, I know I feel seen and they feel seen. And really it is like for our betterment. So thank you so much for listening to my regrets and for hearing my heart. And thank you for being part of this learning life. This is something that we do together. And another way that you could like be together is like help us by being a champion. So you can check that out at patreon.com or at my website, LearningThis.Life.